Yes, guys, how is it going? How are you getting on? And welcome back to the channel. We've had a bit of a break, not too much of a break, but we are back. FPL is back, and yeah, it's great to be back. Hopefully, you can hear me all right. You might notice a bit of a different look to the channel here as well. Bit of work has gone in behind the scenes, to give it a little bit of a touch up, anyhow. But let me know if you can hear me. Hopefully, you can. I was messing about with the mic before we started. But if you are watching, do let us know where you are watching in the world. And yeah, hope everybody is back. We're repping the Galway United jersey. Shout out Galway United. Great season at the moment in the League of Ireland. But yeah, hope everybody is well. Who have we got in the chat here? William, one of our members here as well. I won't say his name there, but hi please there. Hope you're keeping well. Mefem Bros, we are back. Rizwan as well. FPL Henners. Hope everybody is keeping well. Let us know where you are watching in the world, as I did say. But yeah, hope everybody is well. Let us know what you think of the new look on the channel here as well. But honestly, it's great to be back. Big pre-season coming here, hopefully. And yeah, really looking forward to get into it. But anyway, FPL is back. I've had a busy day so far between work and then in the gym, and then I had football here as well. So late enough stream. Bit of a last minute stream here as well. We've got 10 watching. Hopefully it'll pick up because it was very last minute. But yeah, I think you can hear me all right. But yeah, first thoughts on the game. This is what it looks like so far from the auto pick team. Shout out. I won't say your name there, but shout out that lad from Tanzania. Yeah, hope you're keeping well. Small FPL creator, good stuff. Hope you're keeping well, man. Right. Ryan O'Mara in the chat, hope you're keeping well, Ryan, as well. Good stuff. Right, if you are new to the channel, please head on down there, click subscribe, and yeah, really would appreciate it. We were 6k subs before the end of the season, just dropped below 6k subs. We're about 8 subs off hitting 6k, so if you can at all, if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please head on down there, click subscribe, and yeah, hopefully we'll be on the road to 10k. Right then, I suppose let's get straight into it. So, this was released on what day is it even today? Wednesday. Yesterday, so we found out about this mystery chip here. 5 free transfers. Let's get the Instagram up here. Or I probably should have logged in to get it up. I had a post up on this. Hopefully we can get it up. No, perfect. I can't. Right. Lovely. Should have had that up anyway, but I think it's right above this tweet anyway. Yeah, so up to 5 free transfers. Mystery chip in coming in January, and let me know what you think on the free transfers. I do think it's a good idea, to be fair. It's gonna make people do one week punts more. It's gonna reward casual managers and engage managers then as well. I do think it's a good idea, and it'll definitely mean there'll be more punts or 1 week punts, and if they don't do well, we can always get rid of them the week after then. Palmer or Haaland, first question there then as well. Haaland, it's a weird one with Haaland now, to be fair. I do think that game week 2 against Ipswich is going to be hard to ignore him. But if you just forget about game week 2, Chelsea in game week 1, let's get him up here on screen because he's about 30% owned in the game at the moment. But yeah, while I'm doing that, if you haven't at all, head on down there, give the stream a like. And if you haven't subscribed already, head on down there then as well. Good to be back anyway. Hopefully the numbers will pick up throughout the stream. I did say it was a last minute stream anyway, but yeah, 30% owned for Haaland at the moment. That's his first 5 fixtures. Obviously Chelsea and Arsenal in between game week 1 and game week 5. Ipswich at home obviously in game week 2. He's going to be a massive captaincy pick there for game week 2. But if it all depends where you spread your funds elsewhere. If you can get Isak and Watkins up top and spread your money into the midfield then as well, even the defence then too, that's another option there. But yeah, for now it's going to be hard. It's all well and good making drafts without Haaland, but then when August comes around, the 15th of August, Thursday evening, even Friday evening before the deadline on game week 1, it's going to be very hard to leave Haaland out of the team. If he scores against Chelsea, he's going to be up towards 15.1, 15.2 against Ipswich. And then if he gets a haul against Ipswich, could be a lot of people scrambling to get him then. He could be 15.3, 15.4. We'll leave that to ponder on for now. But for now, I'm happy enough to leave him out. But as I said, when that Thursday evening, Friday evening, the 16th comes around, it's going to be very hard to leave him out of the team. But we've a month to decide on that then as well. Who am I captaining this weekend, Ryan? Game week 1, I think it's looking like this, man, as of now. Let's see how he gets on in pre-season. There's talk of Salah and Gakpo playing it up front, the two of them then as well. So Salah is going to be a big asset in FPL this year. Hopefully he does play in that. Obviously we have to see how they line up in pre-season, but that's the talk as of now, that it's going to be Salah and Gakpo in a two-man forward line, bringing in Salah instead of him being out on the wing. But we all know how good Salah is anyway. But he's a definite pick for game week 1 and a definite captaincy shout then as well. What's Alan saying there? But as a content creator, are you not obliged by law to include him for the clicks? We'll see. You could go opposite then as well without having Haaland then too. That gets you clicks then as well. But it's going to be very hard to leave him out of the squad anyway. But yeah. William, what are you saying? Love the new look, repping the green, good stuff. 15 million is ridiculous, but the new bonus points system is suiting him. Yeah, I think, can we get that up? Probably should have had it up before we came on here. Mark Sutherns had a tweet up on that. So it does favour Haaland for getting fouled anyway. The new bonus point system, it's more about the defenders are going to lose out a bit more. Yeah, so this, we'll get up this chart. Hopefully you can see it on screen here, if it wants to load. But if I make that bigger, can you see that? Maybe it's too big then. Yeah, we can kind of see it. But what's he saying? There we go, yeah. Right, lots to pack from today's announcement, but just on bonus points alone, as others have stated, there's huge bonus for attacking players and a big blow to defender prospects. This table highlights the top earners from last season based on the new bonus points edition, and as you can see, right, so it's basically, it's +1 for every foul you get. So looking at this then, Foden, top performer then there as well for fouls. Bruno Guimaraes looks like he was the highest foul player in the league then as well. So every foul is +1 of the bonus points. That if it's a very tight game, that could see a midfielder or a forward sneaking into the bonus points there too. But yeah, we haven't read much into it as of yet, but it's looking like for fouls earned, or fouls made, or fouls on you get an extra bonus point per foul, and then a goal for goalkeeper, you go from 6 to 10 points. Need to look into it fully. Man U or City, I'm United. Thoughts on Bowen and Leif Davis? Right, I think I should probably just hop in and start making my own team then as well. If you haven't subscribed already, please do head on down there, click subscribe. Nearly on 6k, as I said, we were 6k before the end of the season, but unfortunately we did miss out on that. But yeah, we're 9 subs off hitting 6k subscribers. Anyway, right, let's get into this then. Looking at my own goalkeeper, Chelsea look good to start the season anyway. It all depends who's going to start out of Petrovic and Sanchez. Looking at Sanchez, it sounds like Sanchez is the preferred keeper as of now, but let's see how Chelsea do line up in the pre-season then. Have a look at the fixtures here for Chelsea. Very, very nice to start off, barring that City game in game week 1. So Wolves, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth and West Ham, even Brighton, Forest, up game week 1 to 7 is very, very nice for Chelsea. Haven't even had a proper look at the prices then as well. So Gusto coming in at 5, Diasti, Caldwell, Cucurella at 5, fair enough. If Caldwell gets a centre back role, you could be a shout there, but probably the keeper spot goes to Sanchez. Do I want to be rotating him with Flecken? Maybe not. Maybe I just choose one and set and forget then, especially with those fixtures for Chelsea. Even Verbruggen then as well for Brighton. How did Brighton start off? 4.5. Everton, United, Arsenal, no, fair enough. Ipswich in 4, Forest in 5. Yeah, no, I don't think on that then as well. Welcome back, Ash. Good man, Ash. Good to be back, boys. Hope you are keeping well. What else are we saying in the chat here? De Bruyne is a bold choice. Let's see if you keep it coming. Game week 1 deadline. No, this is just the set and forget team that I made. That was made when I was on my lunch today, just to get the small ID, the smallest ID possible. Right, let's get everybody out here. De Bruyne gone. Keeping Salah, keeping probably Trent then as well. Isak I think stays in with their fixtures. Right, so this is how I'm going to start off with these 4. Did you hit randomize? Yeah, Alan, don't worry. Yeah, that was earlier on the day. I haven't gone near my team yet, so I'm actually only starting to build it now. I had a busy day at work, so only getting down to have a proper look at this now. Right, looking at forward lines then as well. João Pedro is a nice shout at 5.5 million. Let's see if he still is on penalties. He should be, but he is pretty high owned at the moment. 20.5% owned in the game. Bit of a could be a game breaker, but those first 3 fixtures aren't the greatest. Everton, Man United and Arsenal. Ipswich Forest in game week 4 and 5 isn't too bad, but if he is on penalties, he's going to be very popular, and I can't see why he wouldn't be, because he was last season. And no Derby roulette to worry about then as well. FPL draft, you in chat, hope you are keeping well, lads. Sorry what you been up with Sligo recently, wearing a Galway United top today, turncoat mate. No, there's an FPL event on in Sligo in August, so that's why I was just down there. Don't worry, I'm sticking to me Galway United team, don't worry. But I was just down there filming. We got a tour of the place. We got a tour of the stadium. They looked after us very well when we were down there, but I have to stick with me Galway United FPL draft. You don't worry. Looking forward to 11th of August, bud. I'll see you there. Appreciate that, lads. Good stuff. Lovely to hear that. Yeah, busy last couple of weeks. Going down to Sligo sorting that out. I have to go back again next Saturday to sort out a few things, or this Saturday even, to sort a few things out. So we're keeping busy in pre-season, but that's all right. Cheers for tuning in, lads. Then as well. Gotta have Nkunku in, Louis. Yeah, it all depends if I can fit Palmer in then as well. Between Palmer and Saka, I think I'm going with Palmer at the moment. Just those fixtures, barring the City game: Wolves, Palace, Bournemouth, West Ham, Brighton, Forest. You could easily captain Palmer 2 or 3 times there. The good thing about Haaland then as well is we won't be captaining Haaland every week. My captaincy videos are going to be a bit more entertaining on Instagram anyway. Oi mate, you are my new life advice coach. I require some life advice, Alan. Go for it. What else is Life David a good shout? Gotta have Nkunku in. I'm going for Palmer over him, as I did say there. Richard as well. Which 6.5 million midfielder lad? Nkunku, Garnacho, Doku, Matoma. Good to see you back streaming. Best of luck for the season. Good stuff. Yeah, we're not a great showing tonight, but I appreciate everyone who did tune in. I said we'd do a kind of on the spur of the moment stream then as well, but we've 13 in the chat. Hopefully the numbers might pick up. But Richard, yeah, 6.5 million. Let's have a look. There's some good shouts, even as you said, Garnacho there. Let's see how we are looking. Garnacho, Matoma. Probably going to ignore Rice and Rodri there. Gibbs White is a decent shout as well on penalties. Decent start to the season as well. Bournemouth, Southampton, Wolves, Brighton, Fulham. In the first 6, you could probably bench him against Liverpool. He's going to be very popular. What's he at the moment now? 6.5%. I can see him probably going up more before the start of August. Garnacho then as well. United have a decent start too. Fulham, Brighton, Southampton, Crystal Palace. Yeah, 6.5 for Garnacho. He's going to be a good lad for fouls. Fouls earned. As I said, going back to that new update on the bonus points. Who else have we there in the 6.5? Who would you say? Matoma, Richard, yeah, Matoma. As of now, Gibbs White potentially, but we're gonna work back. I think first proper defender in there is Trent Alexander-Arnold, but I have to go with me doppelganger Vardiol. If he's 6 million, if he's playing in that advanced position like he did for City last season when he was scoring for fun, Vardiol comes in there for me then as well. So probably gonna ignore the Arsenal lads to start off the season, but 30% owned already. And there's my mate there on screen. That's why we have to have him in there. What else we there? Michael, well, Niall, Palmer will be my first in my team. Did well because of his haul versus Everton last season. Yeah. Between Palmer and Saka, you can't really fit them all in. You obviously can't fit Haaland, Saka, Palmer, and Salah in the team. But let's have a look at Arsenal's fixtures to start off. Alright, Saka here. Wolves, Villa, Brighton, Spurs, Man City. Yeah, Aston Villa away is going to be a tough game for Arsenal, Spurs, Man City as well in the first 5. He could easily pop off Saka because he is on penalties, but Palmer has the fixtures over Saka. Those first 7 fixtures, as I keep saying, we could easily captain Palmer in three of those games. Palace, Bournemouth, Brighton at home, Forest at home as well. Yeah. Right, looking at the Arsenal defenders then, it's probably difficult to have them in to start the season then too. Saliba, Gabriel, White. Is there going to be many clean sheets in them? Wolves at home, fair enough, they probably could. Brighton, maybe 2 out of 3 to start the season, but then when you compare that to Vardiol here, fair enough. Chelsea the first game, Ipswich, West Ham, Brentford. Could see three clean sheets out of those couple of games, but yeah. Right then, 4.5 million. Let us know who you think in the chat. Right, well we'll get a poll going. Let's see. Are people going with Haaland? Right, let's see what the audience is saying. What's the general consensus on that then as well? Will you have Haaland in your Game Week 1 team? For now, I won't, but it's going to be very, very difficult to leave him out come the 15th, 16th of August. But yeah, let's see. Right then. As I said then as well, quick reminder, if you are watching and you're not subscribed, head on down there. Please do click subscribe. We were 6k subs before the season ended. We're very, very close to hitting it again now. Really would appreciate it if you could head on down there, click subscribe. Right, that's how we're looking at the moment. We've a good bit of budget left. Another forward here. Who are we going for? I think Ollie Watkins of Aston Villa. Let's have a look at how he is looking fixture wise to start the season. But 9 million. Don't know if you saw on the actual Instagram page on the FPL Instagram, they had him down as 9.5 million. But some nice fixtures there for Villa to start off. West Ham, Leicester, Everton, Wolves, Ipswich. Good start for Villa. And Watkins, what did he? 18 goals last season, was it? 19 and 18 assists. Absolutely outrageous asset last year. 9 million. That you can see why people are going against Haaland and having Isaac, Watkins, even João Pedro up front, or maybe even bench them then as well. But that's what we're going with. Right, 57% saying no to Haaland at the moment. 43% yes. Interesting. Right, Michael, what are you saying? Sorry. Palmer will be my first in my team. Did well because of his haul. Good stuff. Serious amount of 6.5, 7.5 mids who would be top 3 earlier on. Let's get back to draft you there. We didn't get back to them. Right, so max cost 7.5 million. Here we go. Right, I'm sticking Gordon in because of his start to the season. Probably did he even get any minutes during the Euros, which was pretty outrageous. But this start for Newcastle, Southampton, Bournemouth, Wolves, Fulham in the first 5. Double up on Isaac and Gordon is going to be very, very popular. But yeah, right, Gordon's in the team, 7.5 million. Who else have we? Gibbs White I said is going to be popular. Out of those, Bowen potentially, but I can't. No, Villa, Crystal Palace, Man City, Fulham. Not too push on those fixtures for Bowen. Maybe towards later on the season. Who do they have then? Yeah, game week 14 onwards potentially for Bowen there. Who else? Eze, another shout there, 7 million. Brentford, West Ham, Leicester. Is he going to be the same though without Elise in the team? Elise gone off to Bayern, maybe not, but could be still some good value there. Who's going to be the Palmer of this season? There's no real player in between the 5 million mark anyway. If we go 6.5, who's going to be a budget? Nobody's going to touch Palmer's numbers that he did last year at around the 5 million mark, but Gibbs White could be a nice pick to start the season. I keep going back to him. It seems like the pricing is done. Well, it doesn't seem. It is. The pricing is done. The fact that we can't have everybody, which is good. We're going to break away from the template. Everybody knows what it was like last year. It was very, very boring. Everybody having the same team every week. But Vardy is a good shout. Yeah, 5.5 million. Surprisingly, 18 goals last year in the championship. I was pretty surprised by that, to be fair. Should be on penalties then as well. 5.5. How did Leicester start the season? Could be alright. I think João Pedro over Vardy. Yeah, I'm nearly sure he got 18 goals in the championship. Right, get back to this team anyway. Defender wise then, 4.5 million defenders. Anderson at Crystal Palace we've done, could be very, very popular starting off. Let's have a look at Crystal Palace's team. Yeah, Guehi 4.5, fair. He was a good lad for the Euro Fantasy. Brentford, West Ham, Leicester in the first 4. Not bad between Chelsea and Man United. Let's go back to Brighton assets there too and see how we are. That's Bournemouth. Clicked the wrong one. Brighton here. Dunk is going to be pretty popular. Decent start for Brighton. Well, no, apart from the first 3, ignore that. Let's put Guehi in for now. Let's have a look here. Yeah, we'll put Guehi in for now. Thanks for the new sub there as well. Appreciate whoever did sub there. I'd rather have him and not need him than not have him and need him. Haaland, very, very true. 67% saying that they won't have Haaland to start the season. I think that's going to be very, very different come Friday evening. Right then, who else for 4.5 million defenders? Konsa, forgot Konsa. Villa have a decent start, don't they? In between Arsenal, fair enough, and Game Week 2. Yeah, Konsa's going to be very popular. So, what ownership is he at the moment? 16.8, fair. A few strikers of 5.5 that are at least interesting. Yeah, Vardy, João Pedro here as well. Armstrong for Southampton, then 2. What else have we? Armstrong as well. He's on penalties. How do Southampton start the season? Newcastle, Forest, Brentford, Man United, Ipswich. Decent start to Southampton there, to be fair. How's the start the first day? Yeah, I know. Do I want United players? We'll keep going here. I think Foden. If we don't have Haaland, we're gonna have to have Foden anyway. Vardiol and Foden. So the structure of the team is going well at the moment. Konsa, Vardiol and Trent is going to be very, very popular amongst managers. Especially with the start for Villa. Then it's all about Palmer or Nkunku. Is he worth 4 million more than Nkunku? Maybe. It's interesting to see the put Nkunku as a midfielder then too. Because if Nkunku's fit, he's going to be playing up front. He could be the game breaker, to be fair. I think I want Palmer over Nkunku. Is he worth 4 million? Maybe not. Right then, what else have we in the chat here? Keep coming then too. 19 in the chat. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, please head on down there, subscribe to the channel. Very, very close to 6k subs. And do give the stream a like then as well. Right, back to this. If we go Nkunku over Palmer, that gives us 4 million anyway. Nkunku should be playing up front then as well. Very interesting to see how Chelsea line up in pre-season. That's a good foundation to start off anyway. What else have we here? Yeah, no Arsenal players as of now then too. Need a 6.5 million midfielder anyway, just to get in the price brackets between them. Right, let's get that up there. 6.5. What else have we? Rice, Rodrigo, Garnacho. Let's have a look at Garnacho. Gibbs White could be a shout over Garnacho, but Fulham at home, Brighton, Liverpool, Southampton, Crystal Palace. I like that, to be fair, to start for United. But it's Gibbs White here, Bournemouth, Southampton and Wolves. Those first 3 games are pretty nice for Forest there. We'll put them in for now anyway. Maatsen had a good season in Dortmund and a decent price in Aston Villa. Right, let's have a look at Maatsen. I don't actually know. Is he a striker, is he? Must be. Maatsen. Oh, here he is, 5 million. I think Konsa probably sneaks in ahead of him. Just you'll save the 0.5. Konsa should nearly be starting there, centre back, and he's able to play right back then as well if Cash does get injured. So he's got that versatility there. But fair, Maatsen. Thoughts on Morgan Gibbs White? Yeah, have him in for now. 6.5 million. Right, what's the budget left? 12.5. Right, we can't afford this. Who are we getting rid of? So he's gone. It's going to have to be a 3-5-2, so 4.5 million forward. Right then, who have we here? Bam. Let's go Cannon, Tom Cannon for Leicester. He might get the odd sub appearance, but can't see much out of those 4.5 million midfielders. Yeah, thoughts on Gibb White though, Rizwan, on penalties for Forest. Bournemouth, Southampton, Wolves in those first 3 games, even Brighton and Fulham after that then too. Crystal Palace as well. Good going for fixture wise anyway. 6.5% at the moment. I think he's probably the pick of the 6.5 million midfielders. Garnacho then as well. Matoma, but Brighton's fixtures aren't the easiest starting off. Have you considered Leif Davies instead of Konsa? I can't decide between the two of them. Let's get Davies up. That's the Ipswich lad, isn't it? I'm nearly sure. Yeah, it's just Liverpool, Man City, Fulham. If you can bench him the first 2, fair. 18 assists. You can't not ponder over that. But yeah, no, haven't seen him, but I've heard lots about him anyway. But 18 assists in the Championship. Can't see too many clean sheets for Ipswich. But Fulham, Brighton, Southampton, Fair enough. He's got not too bad of a fixture run there from 3 to 10 anyway, if you can bench him. But for now, I think I'll leave him out just because of Liverpool and Man City in game week 1 and game week 2. Right, 13.5 million to finish this team. Sanchez, no Arsenal players is one issue here. 3-5-2 is the plan first off. Price is Moon as I think he's 6. The Fulham striker, I'm nearly sure he's 6. I saw. Or is he 6.5? Let's see how much he is. Yeah, 6 million. How did Fulham start off? United, Leicester, Ipswich, West Ham, Newcastle, Forest. Not the worst after United anyway. 3 home fixtures and 4 Ipswich away, West Ham, Newcastle. Could be a decent shout. I think if you're not going Haaland, you have to have Foden anyway. Hi bro, Hamza, hope you're keeping well. What do you prefer, Haaland or Palmer and Foden? I think it's Palmer and Foden there, yeah. I don't know how I'm going to fit Palmer into this team unless I downgrade Watkins and get João Pedro in then as well. But need to see how Brighton line up in pre-season, because even bringing in João Pedro at the end of last season, he was playing out in the wing. Not great for the returns he was anyway when I did bring him in. Who was through the middle, Welbeck, even Ferguson will be coming back in then as well. So he's going to be more playing out in the wing for Brighton. But if he's on penalties, 5.5 million, you can't complain too much there. Thoughts on Cunha and Wolves at a price tag of 6.5. Let's see how Wolves start off. Fixture wise, Cunha was good in patches of last season. Arsenal and Chelsea would probably avoid him, even with the fact you can save up transfers so much. Just the first 6-8 fixtures there as well aren't great. Newcastle, Villa, Liverpool, City. No, I'd probably avoid him to start off. Game week 9 onwards isn't too bad. A nice run of fixtures, but the start of the season, maybe not. No, I think with the fact you can save up so many transfers, you as well attack the fixtures to start off, save up the transfers, and then go for the punts after that then as well. But Cunha's a good player. What else we there? Leif Davies, yeah, going back to Leif Davies. I think Conso over him is what I would be going for. There too, right? What are we looking at here to finish off this? Good stuff. If you are watching as well and you haven't subscribed, please head on down there, click subscribe. It's going to be a lot of pre-season content, and hopefully we can get the channel back up and running after 2 or 3 months break anyway. 2 months break anyway. But Palmer, Foden as going, no Haaland. Yeah, I think Foden has to be in there if for a City cover anyway. I want to get Palmer in then as well, but for now it's Nkunku. He could be the new Palmer considering his price tag, and if he is playing up front for Chelsea then too. Right, we're just going to put in a 4 million goalkeeper, but it all depends how Chelsea do line up in pre-season. But it sounds like Sanchez is the preferred one. We'll put in Turner for the memories anyway. Right, we've enough for another 4.5 million defender. Let's see who we go with then as well. 4.5. Anderson, probably Guehi. Maybe Guehi over. Well, maybe Anderson is more of an attacking threat over Guehi, actually, to be fair. Robinson for Fulham is a decent pick then as well. Leicester, Ipswich, West Ham. Alright fixtures to start off for Fulham. I know Robinson is very attacking. Dan Burn too. Forgot about big Dan Burn. That Newcastle triple up is actually going to be very popular. 20% owned. We'll stick Dan Burn in for now, and then we've 5 million left. Okay, we've a bit of money to play around with. But I just want to see if I remove Nkunku and remove Watkins. I want Palmer in. It's going to be very, very tough leaving Palmer out to start the season. 10.5. What have I left then? 10. 4.5 then. João Pedro and Palmer. Maybe. Just have to see how if Nkunku is getting up form in pre-season. Even Solanke then as well. We all know how good he was last year. We'll put João Pedro in for now, and then have enough for another 4.5 million midfielder. Ollie Watkins missing out. Obviously Haaland missing out. It's very, very tough to include everyone. Who's the best goalkeeper for max 5 million, Hamza? Max 5 million, I think probably be... Is Raya? Is he 5.5? 5.5. Probably Sanchez. Let's see how if it's either Sanchez or Petrovic, but I'm assuming it's going to be Sanchez, the first choice for Chelsea. Other 4.5 million keepers: Verbruggen, Flecken. Let's have a look at the 5 million fielder: Pickford, Onana. Maybe Flecken here. How did they start? Crystal Palace, Southampton. No, maybe leave off him. Who else? Dubravka, 4.5. All depends what the story is with Pope then as well. I'm assuming Pope is more than Dubravka though. For Brogan, for Brighton could be a shout. He'd a good Euro tournament anyway. Whoever starts with Chelsea pre-season is going to be very, very popular. Just looking at those fixture run there, game week 2 to game week 7, very, very popular. For goalkeeper, Sanchez or Pope, I think Sanchez. Yeah, let's see. I keep saying let's see how Chelsea line up pre-season though. Right then, what else have we? Good stuff. Right, thoughts on Odegaard? Let's see it's hard to fit him in then as well. Would you go Odegaard or Foden? I think you go Foden, even though you are saving $1 million with Odegaard. Wolves, Aston Villa, Brighton, Spurs, Man City, Leicester, Southampton, Bournemouth. I think it's Foden. If you're deciding between Foden and Odegaard, it's Foden, even though you are losing out on $1 million. Look at those fixtures there for City. You have to have Foden. If you're not having Haaland, have to have Foden. Yeah, I'm leaning towards a 3-5-2 anyway at the moment. One last defender. 4.5. Let's see. Could stick Anderson in then as well, but I prefer to save money and go to 4 million defender. Can't imagine there's too many. Thomas of Leicester. I don't think he'll play, but we'll put him in for now. And that's a first draft. It's nothing hectic. Chelsea's fixtures to start are outrageous if everyone clicks. Yeah, definitely. That's why I want Palmer. We want to see how Nkunku does as well pre-season. If he's playing up front for Chelsea, he's gonna be the new Palmer pretty much, especially at that price. Yeah, double up on Chelsea is gonna be popular, as I keep saying about the whoever's in goals for Chelsea. Probably going to be Sanchez. How are Liverpool to start the season then as well? Ipswich, Brentford, United, Forest, Bournemouth. Yeah, so that probably means Trent comes into the team there easily. Trent, Vardiol, Salah, Foden, Isak, and Gordon is probably definitely locked. I say definitely locked. It's definitely going to change before the season starts. But yeah, Vardiol is in, Trent is in, Foden, Salah definitely game week 1 captain for sure. Am I going to get Haaland? For now, he's not in the team, but come game week 1, he easily could be in the team. Ipswich game week 2 is going to be hard not to captain him. Who does Salah have in game week 2? Who does Palmer have in game week 2? Brentford at home, okay, fair. And then Palmer has Wolves at home. No, Wolves away, okay. Wolves away is a tough enough fixture. Okay. Fair. Right. That's it. I think for now, will I get Haaland? It all comes down to game week 1, or just before game week 1. We'll see how he does in pre-season, if he's popping off. But I think for now he's not in the team. Just the fact you can spread your money around elsewhere. Let's go for a Haaland draft, I suppose. Let's get it up here. Haaland, Salah. Right, let's go. Bearing in mind, obviously, if you go Haaland and Salah, it's going to eat up all your budget, really, with how the prices are this season. Isak then as well. Okay, right, let's see how we're going there. If I'm going Haaland up front, maybe going to have to be a 3-4-3. Right, we'll throw João Pedro in here. What else is the chat saying? Definitely locked. Maybe changing. Love it. Dara Heskin, good man. Yeah, let's build a quick Haaland and Salah draft, and then I'll pop off because I think I'm gonna have to try and sort out a YouTube video for tonight then as well. 10 o'clock. Ah, it's doable. We'll have a late night here anyhow. Right then, front three. If you're going Haaland, you can't afford Palmer. Let's leave in Kunku. So if you can't have Haaland, who else have we? Right, Kunku 6.5. Right, so 3-4-3 probably the shout. How much have we left there? 3.5 million. Right, so we're gonna have to probably downgrade Vardiol. I think keep Trent in. Be a tough one between Trent and Vardiol. 9.5 million. Could go for 4.5 and 5, but there's not many in that price bracket then as well. Trent might have to go. Trent, Burn, Konsa, 4.5 and a 5. That actually sorts it in midfield if you're going 3-4-3. What else are we saying there? Hamza, right. My team is Pedro, Watkins, Isak, Palmer, Salah, Gordon, Foden, Robertson, Konsa, Burn, Bednarek. Bednarek is interesting. Sanchez and Turner. Sanchez are good at goals. Konsa's fine. You might need upgrade your defence, but Guehi, yeah, good stuff. Pedro, Watkins, Isak. I think with that forward line with no Haaland, I think you have to upgrade your defence there. You can definitely get in Vardiol. You can definitely get in Trent as well from the team I made. Back to this team though, 4.5 million midfielders. Let's go with. Doesn't really matter. Let's put in Dendonker. Then you have 5 million for a defender. Then 2. Could go United assets. 5 million though. Brantwaite is too expensive, I think, for as an Everton defender. Mikalenko. How do Everton start off? Decent run from 5 onwards. Konsa, Trent and Burn is going to be your main lads there anyway. What's Gordon here? 7.5. I think you have to keep Gordon in. 5 million defender. Shaw, if he stays fit, will definitely be a nice pick. Fulham at home in game week 1. We'll put Shaw on for now. But that's a Haaland and Salah draft there. Obviously no Saka, no Odegaard, no Arsenal defenders even. No Palmer. I think I prefer Palmer and Watkins over on Kunku and Haaland. Maybe. I think I would. Who should I sell to get a better defender? Brundle Fly as well in the chat. Hope you're keeping well, man. Robertson to Trent I would go, and even Bednarek to Vardiol. Surely you should have the money for that anyway. Hamza, do let us know. That's your Haaland and Salah draft. Going back to what I had then. I think it's no Haaland for now. I think. Right then, any other questions? Do let us know. It's been a late stream anyway. I'll get the code up as well on my Instagram and to get the league code up for the prize league. But yeah, I'll get that sorted tomorrow. Throw it up on my Instagram. I don't know if it's my Instagram if you aren't following us already. Back to what I had here anyway. Before I do pop off, it's going to be my first draft. Watkins comes in. Need to go back here. Watkins. Watkins, Vardiol. Timber could be an alright shout, 5.5 if he stays fit. Stephen Callan in the chat, good man. Stephen, hope you are keeping well, man. Bit of a last minute stream, apologies. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the season ahead, right? And then who was it? Palmer. I think Palmer has to go in there, yeah. Why is it on max 7? Palmer. It's just the captaincy appeal of Palmer. Very, very surprised I didn't play much during the Euros, but that's another story. Yeah, and that's where we're losing the money then. Just this to 4.5 million. Tom Cannon. And then we can go with a 6.5 in Gibbs White. So that's... No, we already have Gibbs White in there. Who was the other lad I had? Palmer, Salah, Gordon, Gibbs White. Isaac Watkins was there, that's fine. Consa. Nearly. Oh, we'd Foden. That was it. Damn. So Foden. I did want Palmer, but I think it's gonna have to be in Kunku for now. So, Foden 9.5. I have to have Foden if I'm not going. Haaland, and then 7.5. Then it was in Kunku. Where was the million gone that I had? Anyway, I can upgrade the defense anyway. Someone gives White to the 7.5 million, then 2. Right then, happy enough with that defense anyway. Vardiol, Konsa, Trent, and Byrne. Gibbs White, Foden, Gordon, Salah, and Kunku, and Watkins, and Isak. Right, we're going the last 45 minutes. Just a little quick stream. I'm gonna try and get a YouTube video done tonight now. And if you haven't subscribed, head on down there, please. Please do click subscribe. Shouldn't be long before we get back to our 6k subscriber mark. But just a quick one anyway. Plenty of content coming pre-season. It's going to be a busy pre-season for myself. But head on down there, give the stream a like, and yeah, there we go. Any other questions? Do send them in. Mark Wahi or Anderson, Rizwan. Probably Anderson has a slightly more of an attacking threat compared to Guehi, but Guehi did well obviously for England in the Euros, but it's a different game between the fantasy Euros and the fantasy FPL. That's what we're playing. He was good for the ball recoveries. He got the assist for Bellingham's goal against Slovakia, but Anderson definitely has more of an attacking threat. Will Sanchez necessarily play? And then Tenja, we need to see how the lineup pre-season, but it seems to be that Sanchez is going to be first pick. Petrovic, to be fair, the two of them are very dodgy, but Petrovic is probably the shout I would say. Ipswich, Davies, 4.5 million defender, 18 assists. Yeah, it's just of City and Liverpool the first 2 game weeks. If you can bench him for the first 2, that's fine, but I do prefer Konsa and Byrne for the clean sheet appeal anyway. Adichie, hope you're keeping well. Good man, Dara Heskin too. Yeah, go Harwood, Bellis instead of Thomas. Fair enough. Yeah, the Southampton lad. That's a good shout there. Good man. He's a Southampton lad, I'm nearly sure. Yeah. This fella, no, Bella Kotchap, no. Who's the? I thought he was Southampton, no. Or who's Harwood, Bellis? Harwood. Yeah, I knew he was Southampton. Right, get rid of Thomas here then. Okay, good stuff. Right then, we'll leave it at that. Appreciate everyone who has tuned in. If you wanna do become a member of the channel, head on down there. Really would appreciate any support at all. If you would like to be with a few members in the chat throughout the stream earlier. But yeah, we'll leave it at that for tonight. Short and sweet. Do really appreciate everyone who did tune in. It was a last minute spur of the moment decision to get the stream up and running. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Big pre-season incoming, so hopefully you'll stick with me throughout the pre-season. And yeah, we have a month to go. Plenty of content coming away in the month then as well. But yeah, we'll leave it at that for tonight. Hopefully get stuck into a YouTube video now then as well. But yeah, that's how we're looking as of now. No Haaland, no Palmer. I really want Palmer then in as well, but I need to have a proper look of how I'm going to fit in Palmer. But if I'm not having Haaland, I have to have Foden. Southampton conceded 5 against Leicester. Imagine how many they'll concede against others. Yeah, but he's a 4 million defender. Don't worry there, Adichie. He won't be playing for me at all. It's just to save some money with how the prices are in. I've a 1 million budget, 1 million in the bank. Could upgrade Gibbs White to 7.5 midfielder, but looking at Gibbs White's fixtures to start the season, it's a good run of fixtures for Forest then as well. Right then, we'll see how we go. Last quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed already, please head on down there, click subscribe. Really would appreciate it. Costs you nothing as well, and yeah, it really does help the channel. You wouldn't think it, but it actually really does if you haven't subscribed already. Right then, we'll leave it there for tonight. Yeah, plenty of pre-season content, and yeah, big thanks to everyone who has tuned in. We'll see you in the next one. I'll get my first draft made. Might have a few changes to this. I might mess around with how I'm going to fit Palmer, and this is literally my first time looking at the game itself. A lot of bulk pricing and how we're going to fit in everybody. We'll work out a strategy how we'll get them in. But yeah, right, we'll leave it there for the night. Thanks for watching. FPL is back, and we'll see you in the next video.